Good day, trader. This is Boka from deeppocketsforex, and this is my first video in 2023. Now, before getting started with this video, I'd just like to take some time, just a little bit of time, and explain to you why I decided to take a break from posting on YouTube in 2022. Now, most of you that were there, that were following me from 2019, you know that I started this channel, and then I decided to post videos on a weekly basis. I would predict the forex market, break down structure on pairs, and then put out there for you so that you're able to watch and kind of like understand what will be happening or what is most likely to happen in the upcoming week. So I'll just post those videos on a weekly basis consistently, and then from 2019, 2020, 2021, I just carried on with the consistency on a weekly basis. So then came 2022. At the beginning, I posted some videos for some few weeks, and then I started to experience health complications. So I decided, let me just carry on and just continue. It wouldn't hurt to just continue. So at the beginning of the year, I was just creating those videos, and then it just got a little worse. The challenges that I was experiencing, they got worse. And then I decided, let me just pause and then just stop and focus mostly on just getting better, with hope that once I'm better, I'll just resume from where I'd stopped. So in 2022, and I was just getting better, and then I thought, I feel I'm now good to start creating these YouTube videos, these predictions. And then in 2023, I thought I would start beginning, as now you can see this first video in 2023 that I'm now ready to start creating these videos again. And I actually missed creating these videos. Throughout the process in 2022, I saw those emails you guys were sending me, checking up on me, hoping if I'm well, and then just checking up on me. Some of you wondering why I don't post anymore. I saw those WhatsApp messages coming through, and it really encouraged to show me that, you guys were really benefiting from these videos. Even most of you never dropped down comments to show that you're benefiting, but those emails showed me that you guys were really benefiting and you really wanted me to continue creating those videos again. So now, before wasting any more time, let's just get onto this video and carry on and start the year. This is NZUSD. Now for NZUSD from the 1 day, there's what we're seeing here. We got a down, we got an up, we got a down, and then we got an up, and then we got a down, and then we got an up. So we might, we're getting an inverted head and shoulder here, an inverted head and shoulder here, as you can see. So let's move on to the 4-hour chart, and then let's just see what we have there. 4 hour. And as we see here, we recently got an impulse move down, and then we're having an up move here. But looking back here, we have an impulse move here, and then this looks more like a corrective structure. And then we got an impulse move here, and then we got this particular impulse move here. So what is more likely to happen here? We might get this. As you can see, it's a corrective structure. Then we got an impulse move. We might get another corrective structure here, then up, then down, like this. So what it's gonna do here, from this impulse move, we're gonna have a corrective structure here, then down. Now let's just have an overview of this pair on the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, we have an impulse move, we have a corrective structure, and then we've got an impulse move. We're more likely to get a corrective structure here than another impulse move. So we're gonna have this up move break this previous high, and then we're most likely to get this drop here, breaking this previous low. That's most likely to happen up to around this area here. That's for NZUSD. This is GBPUSD. Now for GBPUSD, this is on the 1 day time frame. Just to establish the overall structure here. And as you can see, it's kind of like a similar structure to NZUSD. We have a head and shoulder here. You can see that we have a head and shoulder here. That's what we have on the 1 day. There's not much we can know about what might take place here. So let's just shift down to the 4 hour just to get an understanding of what's happening here. As you can see, we recently got this impulse move, and then we are moving like this. We're getting something that looks like a wedge here. So we are more likely to get this drop here. But before this drop, expect this previous high to be broken. There might just be maybe an impulse here, just breaking this previous high, and then we head down like this. Let's go back to the 1 day. Let me show you something. On the 1 day, you can see what we're having here. We had this impulse move from here, and then look here, corrective structure. So this down move that I was talking about, we're more likely to head up to around this area, maybe slightly breaking this previous high. So we might get something like this, a corrective structure, then maybe up. But this can be a little later because this is on the 1 day time frame. It's on the 1 day time frame. So let's go back to the 4 hour. Let me show you something again. On the 4 hour, you can see impulse, wedge. So there's a chance we might get down here like this. So as you look into this is just one big impulse move. Of course, this is in the lower time frame, so it's kind of like corrective. But in the 1 day, you saw that it's impulse, corrective structure. So we might have this big wave down here, breaking this previous low. That's most likely to take place on GBP USD. This is Euro CAD. Now for Euro CAD, as you can see, we recently had this big wave up, like this, big wave up. So we're starting to get what looks like a corrective structure here. So there's a chance we might push down here, breaking this previous low like this. So we have a wave up, then this corrective structure. So there's a chance we might get something like this before heading up, breaking this previous high. So expect this. This is in the 1 day time frame. Now let's go to the 4 hour just to see what's happening there. 4 hour. When we go to the 4 hour, we are able to see that there's we got this impulse move, and there's what looks like a corrective structure here. So be careful for one more up, breaking this previous high before heading down. Just be careful. Also, if you look into this, there's what looks like could be our drop here, and then this might just be one big corrective structure, and then we might be heading for one more down based on this previous move here, like that. Yeah, so that is what we might get on the 4 hour. Let's just go to the 1 hour and just see what's happening there. On the 1 hour, this is what it looks like. We got an impulse, we got a corrective structure here, so expect something like this, one more down, then up like this. That's on the 1 hour time frame, like that. So as you can see, all these time frames, they are showing the same thing basically, just that in the 4 hour it's more, in the 1 hour it's more detailed. You can see that in the 4 hour we see it up here, corrective structure up, and then if you go to the 1 hour it's more detailed, but we still get the same thing, up, corrective structure, maybe down, then up. You see something like that in the 1 hour. So let's go to the 1 day. On the 1 day, basically we might just get maybe some little bit spike there. It might just look like a spike, but it's still showing that we might get a down move, breaking this previous low here. So that's what we have for Euro CAD. Now for NZD CAD, if you look into this chart, we had one big impulse move, and then we got this sudden drop here. Now we're getting a corrective structure here. So what is to be expected here is this drop, breaking this previous low. Then we're most likely to get another corrective structure, then drop, breaking previous low, then up like that. That's what we might get on NZD CAD. So be on the lookout. That's on the 1 day time frame. So let's just shift down to the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, as you can see, we recently got this impulse move. We got down, and then we're getting a corrective structure here, down, corrective structure, down, then up is expected, breaking previous high, breaking previous high, and breaking previous high, just like that. So from here, what might happen just from this up move here, look at this, we got a drop here, so we might get this is one big corrective structure. You see that, one big corrective structure, then we might get a drop here similar to this, you see, just like that. So this is just structure breakdown. We're just breaking down structure for you. That's for NZD CAD. This is Euro GBP. Now for Euro GBP, as you can see, based on what we have here, we got an impulse move here, we got what looks like a wedge here, and then we got an impulse move, breaking previous high, breaking previous high, and breaking previous high. So here what you can expect a drop here. There's a chance of a drop here. And also, let me just show you in a different angle here. So if we get this impulse move like this can just be one big corrective structure. See, one big corrective structure. Then we might have a bigger up move later, but this is just later. So let's just shift to the 4 hour, because this is with a 1 day view. On the 4 hour, this is what we're getting. Look at this: impulse move, wedge, drop, breaking previous low, and then there's a chance we might get just a sudden move here. But based on current structure here, we're getting an impulse move. So let's just forget about whatever is taking place here and focus on this impulse move. We're getting a corrective structure here. There's a chance of a drop here. So this drop, this movement down, has not yet completed. It has not yet completed. So we might get down move up to around this area, but after the corrective structure is completed here, we might get a drop like that, then up like that, maybe breaking previous high. Okay, it might not go up to around this area, but it's more likely to break this previous high. Let's shift back to the 1 day and just see if that is matching. You see this impulse move, or the wedge is visible here. We got a drop here, and then there's a chance we might move up like this. So this in the 4 hour time frame, in the 1 day time frame, it might just be an impulse, then corrective structure, then an impulse like that. So when you look at it like this, it's impulse, corrective structure. So it might just give a corrective structure up to around this area, then give a drop like this, impulse, corrective structure, then drop like this. In the 1 day view, let's just shift lower to the 4 hour and see what's happening. Let's see what's happening there. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So if you'd like to just take some short-term trades here, we have an impulse move here, and we're getting something that looks like a wedge here. We're expecting a down move here, and it might even break this previous low before heading up like this. So expect this. It might break this previous low like this, then up to around this area, breaking previous high, and breaking previous high. So just look out for this movement on Euro GBP. This is GBP JPY. Now GBP JPY, this is on the 1 day time frame. It's a little messy to look at it overall, the overall structure, but what we can do, we can focus on this movement here. So if you look into the 4 hour, let's go down to the 4 hour. Now we can get more definition of what structure is doing here. We got an impulse move, and then we're just moving sideways here. So what we can do, we can focus on what is happening here for now. We got an impulse move, and then we're getting something that looks like a corrective structure here. There's a chance of an up move, breaking this previous high, and this previous high, up to around maybe this level here. So from here, then we might go for a big down. So this is how it moves. We see we had the first wave here, and then this would just be our one big corrective structure. Then we're looking forward for a big move down. Let's just shift lower to the 1 hour time frame if you'd like to just take some 1 hour time frame trades here. We're still having this as our one big impulse, corrective structure. So corrective structure, that's it, one big corrective structure. And then if you look at it here, you can see what we got. We got this one big impulse move, and then we got a sudden down. So if the market opens around this area, just expect a small corrective structure, then down, small correction, down like that, up to around this area. So we might correct up to around this area here, and then we might get maybe a sudden up, then a drop like that, but eventually we'll just get one big move, corrective structure like this. It will just add up and just be one big corrective structure. That's for GBP JPY on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, like we said, it just shows that it's just moving sideways, but once this corrective structure that we have identified here completes, we might get one move up like that, up to around this area, breaking this previous highs. That's GBP JPY. Euro USD. Now for Euro USD, as you can see, we're on the 1-day time frame. On the 1-day time frame, we can't really get much information from this as of now. So let's just shift lower to the 4 hour and see what's happening there. Let's go back to the 1 day. This is Euro USD, as I said, and we got this one big impulse move, and then this is just giving us something that looks like a wedge here, a wedge. So even after we got this sudden impulse move, we're getting something that looks like correction. We might get one more up here, then sudden down, breaking this previous low. According to structure, that's what we might get, and then we have one big up move like that. So expect a pullback from anywhere around this area. Expect a pullback here. That's on Euro USD. That's from the daily view. So shifting lower, if you'd like to trade the small down move, this is what might take place. We had an impulse move, and then we're having a wedge here. Expect a drop here like this, breaking previous high. Then we might get a drop again like this. This is just from the 4 hour point of view. On the 1 hour, same thing, impulse move, and then we're getting something that looks like a wedge, and that looks like a sideways move. So impulse, wedge, drop, breaking all these previous lows. After breaking these previous lows, we might get an up move up to around this area, slightly breaking this previous highs, and then a drop like that. That's most likely to take place in Euro USD. This is USD CAD. Now for USD CAD, just looking at the 1-day time frame, we have an impulse, and this is a corrective structure. We're expecting a corrective structure, then one more up. So let's just define it more from the 4 hour. Oh wow, look at this. We recently had an impulse move here, and this looks like a corrective structure. So we might get a corrective structure here, then sudden drop, and then up like this. It's most likely to take place, maybe breaking this previous high, then get one big down move similar to this one here. After this corrective structure takes place, let's just go to the 1 day and see if that still matches. Impulse, corrective structure, drop, breaking previous low like that. Okay, and then looking at the bigger view, we might have one big impulse move, and then this would just be our one big corrective structure like this. So we might get this up move up to around this area, then drop, then up. This up move will be similar to this up move here like that. So let's just shift back here, and there's also a chance that we might get this drop and then up, just from here up like this, getting this big up move here like that. That's on USD CAD. Let's just go to the 1 hour, so that if you just want to look for some short-term trades there, you know what to look for. So this is USD CAD. For USD CAD, we recently got an impulse, then an impulse move down, then a corrective structure, then a sudden impulse move down. So what can take place here? We might just get one small corrective structure, then down like this, then one more up like this. Or if we have a sudden impulse move here, we might correct like this, then move up, correction, then move up like that. Or we might just have this up move as an impulse, similar to this like that. So this will be our impulse, and this will be a corrective structure, then our up move again. That's on USD CAD. Let's check. which pair should I include? Now you guys, if you need me to include a certain pair this coming week, just let me know in the comment section. I'm on Euro JPY now. Euro JPY, we got an impulse move, we're getting a corrective structure. There's an expected impulse move here, like this. It might be not a big one, it might not be a big one up to around this area, but we might get this up, corrective structure, up, then start to move down like this, breaking this previous low, breaking this previous low, breaking this previous low. But we're expecting a move here. 1 day time frame. There's the 1 day time frame. We have an impulse move here, like this. Impulse move, and then we're moving like this. Now we might have one a wedge here, a rising wedge. This is GBP AUD, and this is on the 1 day time frame. And we have an interesting structure here. We have one big wave up, and then we're starting to get what looks like a corrective structure here. So we might move down, breaking this previous low like this, then get this big up move here. So this is most likely to take place. It also gives something that looks like a wedge here, and then if we had this, we might get a corrective structure like this, then up, corrective structure up, then we might move down like this, breaking this previous low. So we might get this low after this corrective structure is completed here. That's on the 1 day time frame. So let's just go to the 4 hour and see what's most likely to happen from here. Since we got an impulse here, sudden impulse, we might get this corrective structure then up like that. So you expect it to break this previous high, just like that. That's for GBP AUD on the 4 hour. On the 1 day, if you'd like to catch some short-term trades here, there's what to look for. We got this impulse move up, we got this drop, and we got this. We're expecting to get this, something like this, or we might move up, corrective structure, up, corrective structure, up, and then this would just be our sudden move down. This would be our corrective structure, and then we might get a movement down similar to this. And then look at this. This will be our impulse move, and then this will just be our corrective structure here, like this. So that's for GBP AUD.